Good
Good
morning, sir.
morning, sir.
The
Good morning,
which is
sir.
assigned today is the Code of Civil Procedure. Yeah, Code of Civil Procedure. Yes, you all know that here the Code of Civil Procedure is a procedural law. There is a distinction between what is procedural law and what is substantive law. In the first and second year of your law syllabus, you learn the Transfer of Property Act, Indian Succession Act, Indian Contract Act. They were all IPC. They are all known as the substantive laws. A substantive law is a law which deals with the right, title, interest of the piece, whereas the role of a procedural law, like the Code of Civil Procedure, CRP, is to tell parties how to implement the substantive law. Namely, what are the procedures, which are the courts you are required to file cases, the machinery to be resorted to. Now, the Code of Civil Procedure is a very, very old law which came in the 1908 after the commencement of the Constitution of India. The 7th schedule of the list 3 of the Constitution, there's entry number 13, which says that in the concurrent list, the central government, state government enact the Code of Civil Procedure. Now, the powers with regard to maintenance of law and order and creation of the code is a state subject. Now, accordingly, in the CPC, you will not find the courts in which the cases are required to be filed. So, you will have to go back to your laws. Every state has created this courts. Now, for example, in the state of Maharashtra, prior to the independence, we used to have the laws known as the Bombay Civil Courts Act 1899, Civil Courts Act, that is of 1869, which establish the civil courts as the district court, the civil judge senior division, the civil judge junior division, and there are municipal courts. Then a separate courts of small causes court, both provincial small causes court act and presidency small cause court act in Presidency town. Then subsequently in the city of Bombay, a city civil court came in the year 1948. Now the government of Maharashtra by amendment has amended the Bombay Civil Court Act into Maharashtra Civil Courts Act, under which the same hierarchy remains: the district court, civil judge senior division, junior division under the Civil Courts Act. Then we have a separate provincial small cause court act. Then we have a presidency small cause act in Bombay city like Mumbai. Then we have also a city civil court. These are the civil courts which are established under the civil court. Now in the CPC you will not find any court except one district. The explanation to section 2 subclause 4 district court, which file your cases. Now, whereas the procedural law like CRPC will tell you under section 6 what are the hierarchy of courts. That is a court of session, judicial magistrate first class, second class, and now again something is helping here. Is it okay? You can hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, yes. Now, so in the state of Maharashtra, the civil courts are the district court, the civil judge senior division, a junior division under the Maharashtra Civil Courts Act 1869. And the CPC explains only one court. It says the district court under the definition of the word section 2 subclause 4 CPC, which includes a high court exercising original jurisdiction. So for the purpose of city of Mumbai, the district court is Bombay High Court. Please note that. Bombay High Court exercising jurisdiction under ordinary civil jurisdiction, that is called OOCJ, is a district court. So you should not be confused that the Bombay High Court is High Court, not a district court. So the High Court is exercising various jurisdiction, like the OOCJ, appellate jurisdiction, the territorial jurisdiction in the matter of the, what do you call it, extraordinary jurisdiction and the fundamental right for enforcement. They are different. So we are confined to CPC. Now the power of the High Court to entertain original matters, CPC, is given. The power of the High Court to entertain suits in its original jurisdiction is granted or given under the letters patent, under clause 12 of the letters patent. So all of you know what is a letters patent. It is during the East India Companies Act, the British government has introduced this, and it is still finding force here. So under the letters patent, you will find the original jurisdiction of the Bombay High Court. Whereas the district court jurisdiction and the Bombay City Civil Court, small causes court jurisdiction, you will find in the various enactments which are specially given. Now let us come to city of Mumbai. In the city of Mumbai, the hierarchy of the court is the Bombay High Court number 1, the highest civil court, the second city civil court, and thirdly the small causes court. Now their jurisdiction is, jurisdiction means power to entertain, accept the case and try. That is a separate act in Maharashtra called the Enhancement of Pecuniary Jurisdiction Act. It came in the year 1977. Now this particular Enhancement of Pecuniary Jurisdiction Act will tell you that here all suits up to 1 crore are tried in the City Civil Court Bombay, and above 1 crore are tried in the Bombay High Court. Whereas the small causes court has jurisdiction to entertain civil suits up to 25,000. As I mentioned to you yesterday that the court of small causes court exercises dual jurisdiction. Dual means both the multiple jurisdiction. One is a civil jurisdiction which entertains suits, commercial suit for a valuation of 25,000. But it also acts as a special court for the purpose of litigation between landlord and tenant, licensee and licensor. For that purpose, the Court of Small Causes Court has exclusive jurisdiction under Section 33 of the Maharashtra Rent Control Act and Section 41 of the Presidency Small Cause Court Act. Please write down the sections which I am stating to you, will be useful to you, and go and refer from your textbooks or go in the Google and find it out. So under these provisions, the Small Causes Court has special jurisdiction, unlimited jurisdiction. Then there is one more court here, which is very famous. All of you know that in the city of Mumbai, there are lots of societies which are formed under the provision from Maharashtra Societies Act. All the disputes between society and the member, they don't normally go to civil court. They don't even go to High Court, City Civil Court, Small Causes Court directly. They will be required to file in a cooperative court. That jurisdiction is granted under Section 91 of the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act 1961. Please note that. And there are disputes between the central government employees and the state government employees, the management. Now, with a view to reduce the burden of the civil court, the government has established tribunals. So we have a tribunal called the CAT and the MAT. CAT means Central Administrative Tribunal, MAT means Maharashtra Administrative Tribunal. These are the courts which decide the matters between the government employees. Then you also learned about the consumer courts. Consumer courts are technically not civil courts within the meaning of the courts. They are essentially tribunals which are quasi quasi-judicial system which try all set of disputes between the parties relating to deficiency of service in the matter. Now, Section 3 of the Consumer Protection Act clearly said that the act is in addition to and not in derogation with any other law. That means your remedy under the civil law is not barred even if you go to the consumer court for seeking certain reliefs under that act. Okay? So these are broadly the various courts in the city of Mumbai and Maharashtra. In the city of Mumbai, the High Court in the hierarchy number 1, City Civil Court number 2, Small Causes Court number 3. And elsewhere in the district, there's a district court. You have a district, Pune district, Thane district, Kalyan district. Then the biggest court is the district court, which is established under the Bombay Civil Courts Act, now the Maharashtra Civil Courts Act. Then second in rank is the Civil Judge Senior Division. Then third in rank is the Junior Judge Civil Division. Now, sometimes the judges in the district area, they act both as civil courts as well as the magistrates. In the morning session, they sit as a judicial magistrate, first class or second class. And in the afternoon session, they take up matters as civil judge senior division and junior division. So their pecuniary jurisdiction is granted as per the law, the provision laid down in the Enhancement of Pecuniary Jurisdiction Act of 1977. Okay, that is how broadly the various courts which are prevalent in the city of Mumbai. So you know that here, the High Court is a creature of the Constitution, and so is the Supreme Court of India. So normally, the disputes, you cannot directly take it to the Supreme Court or High Court. You must go to the lowest court possible. That is what the requirement, that is the CPC tells you under Section 15. The parties must approach the civil court initially in the lowest available court having jurisdiction. Okay, that is how the lowest court, you cannot go to the appellate court. Then there are, once the suit is disposed of, decided by the lowest court, then the appeal lies. Then appeals are governed under the CPC and also a special act. Under the CPC, the provisions of appeal are, first appeal under Section 96 are given, which we deal later on when we deal with it. Then after the appeals are disposed of by the High Court, the litigants have a remedy under the provisions of the Constitution under Article 136 by way of special petition. That's a different issue. So the Supreme Court doesn't normally entertain civil disputes of parties directly, but Supreme Court is a court of original jurisdiction only for the purposes of suits between states and litigation between central government and state government, and not for the parties directly. And for enforcement of the fundamental right, the Supreme Court can be approached directly under Article 32, but not by way of a suit. Similarly, the parties can directly approach the High Court under Article 226 for enforcement of fundamental rights and not by way of a civil suit. By way of a civil suit, you can directly approach the Bombay High Court only under Clause 12 of the letters patent by filing a civil suit, provided the monetary evaluation is more than 1 crore, not otherwise. So this is how basically the categories of various courts which are established under the various laws, which you should know that. Because as a young lawyer, as a young student, you should not be confused. A matter comes to you where I am required to file a case, where should I go? Because the law is big ocean these days. And there are so many cases. Sometimes people file cases in the wrong court. A civil litigation takes more than 15, 20 years. Then after 20 years, you are told that the court has no jurisdiction. That is very rather unfortunate. That is how you should be in a position to pick the right court and file your cases. Now, let us see. You are required to move the court of law when the litigation arises, isn't it? Not otherwise. Now, what is the procedure for moving the court of law? Now, the gentleman who wants to file a case, for example, your friend has cheated you for misappropriation, cheating, or he has dispossessed you from your property. You will be required to file a suit. Suit is a case which you are required to file, and your nomenclature is, you are designated, your name is, you're a plaintiff, Plantiff. Plaintiff. Plaintiff is a person who files a case. And the person against whom the case is filed is called a defendant. Okay? He is a defendant. Plaintiff and defendant. Whereas in a criminal case in the CRPC, the nomenclature changes to complainant and accused person. Now here, the plaintiff and defendant, and the plaintiff files his case by making a document which is known as plaint, P-L-A-I-N-T, plaint. You will find the plaint, how to be drafted, what are the requirements that you will find under the provisions of Order 7 of the Code of Civil Procedure. So today I'm just taking a general lecture. Now the CPC contains sections as well as orders. Sections and orders are complementary to each other. They cannot run against each other. They are normally complementary to each other. They must be read in conjunction with each other and given a harmonious interpretation. That is what the Supreme Court says. The Code of Civil Procedure is a procedural law, and procedural law is required to be construed in a liberal manner for advancing the cause of justice. That is what the Supreme Court says in many cases. Okay? So you learn the various courts, how the matters are to be filed here. Now I will be teaching you CPC in a manner how it functions in the court of law, but not the section wise which is mentioned in the book. You will be confused. Now the moment a client comes to you as a young lawyer, you will first decide what is the nature of the case. There are several cases. You know that here. You have learned under the provisions of the Specific Relief Act. You open it here. Under Section 6, you will find that you have been dispossessed your client without following due procedure of law. Then you will find under Section 31, 32, 32(4), that is a specific performance for breach of a contract. Now let us see, for example, when a person has been dispossessed without due process of law, without his consent from his premises. Now the Section 6 of the Code of Civil Procedure says you must file a civil suit in a civil court. Now in a civil court mean here, in Bombay City there are 3 civil courts. City Small Causes Court, Bombay City Civil Court and the High Court. How will you file a suit and where you have been dispossessed? So it depends upon the valuation of the premises. Now for determining the valuation of the premises, you are required to know the provisions of the Pecuniary Jurisdiction Act and also the Bombay Court Fees Act of 1959. Please, you must have it. The Bombay Court Fees Act will give you, suppose if the premises situated in Colaba or in Bandera, Bandra, what is the value? A property situated in Colaba may be about 5 crores. The property situated in Bandra may be 1 crore. The property situated in Andheri may be 50 lakhs. And the property situated in Borivali may be 1 lakh. So a client comes to you who has been dispossessed in Borivali, and you cannot directly move the High Court. So you will have to move the civil court nearly possible. 1 lakh or 1 crore here, you can go to the City Civil Court, Mumbai, which is a civil court, file a suit under Section 6 for restoration of possession. Okay? If the valuation exceeds more than 1 crore, come to the Bombay High Court, file a suit for restoration of the premises. And if the person who has been dispossessed are landlord and tenant, if your landlord has thrown the tenant without process of law, you have the option of going to either the Court of Small Causes Court for a declaration that you are a lawful tenant, you have been dispossessed without following the procedure established by law, and you are a tenant, you can seek a declaration of tenancy, you can go to the Small Causes Court. When you are not seeking a declaration of tenancy, you are only want reinstatement of the property, you can come to the City Civil Court directly and seek an order of injunction and for restoration. That is called a mandatory order of injunction can be granted. Now, along with the CPC, you must have a bare act of the Limitation Act. The Limitation Act will tell you what is the period
within which every litigant is required to file the suit. When you are dispossessed without due process of law, Section 6 itself tells you within 6 months you must file the suit. And the suit cannot be filed against a government. Does it mean that against government you have no remedy? No, you have a remedy. You can go against, if the government of Maharashtra, government of India, Railway Board has dispossessed you, if there is no suit under Section 6, you can come under writ petition under Article 226 before the court of law. Or you can give a legal notice under Section 80 of the Code of Civil Procedure, file a substantive suit for declaration that you have been dispossessed illegally, you are having XYZ right, you should be put into it. So these are the various legal remedies. Then I also mentioned to you yesterday that for the purpose of obtaining a probate of the will, which a will has been left appointing you as the beneficiary by your grandfather or father, the will itself is not a legal document unless it is probated. Under the Indian Succession Act, the Act says that will should be obtained from a district court. So district court means, please see the definition of Section 2, Clause 4 in the CPC, which tells you in the city of Mumbai is the High Court. Okay? You cannot go to city civil court or small causes court on the basis of valuation for obtaining a probate. It may be 1 rupee, 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 1 crore. You have to go to a district court only for obtaining probate and not to any other civil court. In other places like Pune, Kalyan, Thane, you have to go to the principal civil judge, district judge, and not to the civil judge junior division or senior division for enforcement of your right under the will. Sorry. So then there are various acts which are telling you where you should go here. That is one thing. So you will have to first determine the jurisdiction of the court, where the suit would lie: High Court, City Civil Court, Bombay High Court. If it's a member and society cooperative court, these are the court. If it is an employee-employee relationship for enforcing a right, it is a labor court, or a state government, central government, it is a tribunal. That is, so these all special forum which bar a civil remedy, because the legislature does not want the civil courts to be burdened. There is therefore bifurcation of the various courts and judicial remedies in the forum. So we are confined to.
Sir, there are only 2 minutes.